Get all the high-class humor on this show, don't we? I think those were not the Beach Boys, but they sounded enough like them anyway. Welcome to the Gorgeous George Show, and my name is Gorgeous George. No, for all those people who've never seen this show, Gorgeous George is on his way out here. He'll be here shortly. My name is Kaye, Lazar. I'm the announcer on the show. Let me tell you, Gorgeous George is running a little late right now. Gorgeous George is at a 10 Ways to Date a Woman clinic right now. It's being taught by Bill Cosby, and I think he's starting to lecture Mr. Cosby. Go, hey man, what are you gonna do? Anyway, how the mighty have fallen. But Gorgeous George is on his way. Hey, I was at a store today. It's really wild. And usually I'm recognized from the Gorgeous George Show. I'm recognized from other things. But I was recognized. I go to the store all the time, and this very nice woman says, you're the guy, I know you are. You come here all the time. I said, yeah, how do you know me? He goes, you're the guy who always wears the sport coat. I said, what? I'm the guy who always wears the sport coat. Why do you always wear the sport coat? Is that your thing or something? I said, no, because it's very cold outside most of the time, and the wool keeps me warm. I don't wear sweaters like Bill Cosby. So I don't do a lot of things like Bill Cosby. So gals, call me up. You're in good hands. Yeah. Anyway, what else? So I'm like, it is cold out there. Man, is it cold. I had a nice little snot dragging off my chin up until about 20 minutes ago. But, they keep, if you know anything about television, they keep the place very cool or cold because they want the air conditioning and all full blast because they want to keep this equipment in good shape and everything. But they didn't do it this week because, because it's so cold outside. Why put their air conditioner? So they just opened all the doors, all the windows, and we're just, so if you see like frost growing on our on the sides of our ears, it's like being in Lambeau Field right now. I will talk about that in a moment. We'll talk about football. We'll talk about sports. We're going to talk about a lot of things. What else was going on? George is I think he might be coming up the primrose path right now. Also, Katherine Heigl, she has a new TV show. It's on the other channel. Now, if you know her from her movies, you know that she has a new TV show. Now, I never got around to seeing a lot of her romantic comedies in the movie theater. So now that she's on television, I plan not to get around to watching her awful TV show. Oh man! So, we'll have music, and we'll have comedy, and we have magazines. We're going to have a very literate show. This show, they keep you warm, and we're so happy that you could come and join us tonight. So, here we go. Get all the high-class humor on this show, don't we? I think those were not the Beach Boys, but they sounded enough like them anyway. Welcome to the Gorgeous George Show, and my name is Gorgeous George. No, for all those people who've never seen this show, Gorgeous George is on his way out here. He'll be here shortly. My name is Kaye, Lazar. I'm the announcer on the show. Let me tell you, Gorgeous George is running a little late right now. Gorgeous George is at a 10 Ways to Date a Woman clinic right now. It's being taught by Bill Cosby, and I think he's starting to lecture Mr. Cosby. Go, hey man, what are you gonna do? Anyway, how the mighty have fallen. But Gorgeous George is on his way. Hey, I was at a store today. It's really wild. And usually I'm recognized from the Gorgeous George Show. I'm recognized from other things. But I was recognized. I go to the store all the time, and this very nice woman says, you're the guy, I know you are. You come here all the time. I said, yeah, how do you know me? He goes, you're the guy who always wears the sport coat. I said, what? I'm the guy who always wears the sport coat. Why do you always wear the sport coat? Is that your thing or something? I said, no, because it's very cold outside most of the time, and the wool keeps me warm. I don't wear sweaters like Bill Cosby. So I don't do a lot of things like Bill Cosby. So gals, call me up. You're in good hands. Yeah. Anyway, what else? So I'm the. It is cold out there. Man, is it cold! I had a nice little snot dragging off my chin up until about 20 minutes ago. But they keep. If you know anything about television, they keep the place very cool or cold because they want the air conditioning and all full blast because they want to keep this equipment in good shape and everything. But they didn't do it this week because, because it's so cold outside. Why put the air conditioner? So they just opened all the doors, all the windows, and we're just, so if you see like frost growing on our on the sides of our ears, it's like being in Lambeau Field right now. I will talk about that in a moment. We'll talk about football. We'll talk about sports. We're going to talk about a lot of things. What else was going on? What is causing all this is Gorgeous George and Ensemble. What's up? How are you doing?
And now,
I am not feeling that great tonight. I was going
to, not even be
here today. I wasn't going to come. I'm not feeling good.
This weather is
horrible.
We're below freezing right now. We're going to get down into the teens later on tonight. It's not good. You can't hear me? Move it? Okay. I'll say everything again. All right. Right here? Okay.
We can hear you.
Let me just hold it like this. Okay. I'm going to repeat everything I just said then. I'm going to repeat everything I just said. So, ladies and gentlemen, how goes it? Today, it's the Gorgeous George Show. We are in week 4, Gorgeous George and Ensemble. I've been kind of under the weather. I wasn't going to show up under the weather right now, but I am here, and I'm going to let you all know it is my world, baby. And we might entertain some calls. We've been doing this for 20 years, ladies and gentlemen. 20 years we've been doing this. And you've been doing something for that long, something must be right.
Yes.
I'll tell you what. Something must be right. And we got other people coming. So anyway, so Kevin.
Yes.
How goes it? I mean, is it frigidy? Are you did Jack Frost nip your nose?
Frigid every night, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
Did Jack Frost nip your scrotum around your balls? I'll tell you what.
Good for the sperm count.
Good for the sperm count. I'll tell you, here comes trouble right now. That's right. Tell you what. So that is how it is.
We just got a guest.
Well, he's coming in here in just a bit. We'll get you in here.
You're about as welcome as a dose of chlamydia.
But anyway, hey, how about them Eagles? They got clipped. Yeah. They got clipped, and we're going to clip you in Dallas too. Coming Thanksgiving, we're going to clip you. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
we can't hear you.
Well, hey, we're going to take care of you. We're going to clip those wings in Dallas. Dallas is going to clip you. Now, so tonight, this show is brought to you by Doxadan. Old Doxadan, when nature needs a little helping hand. And Doxadan in cream or suppositories.
Okay. We also have a new sponsor.
What's this now?
Oh, this is really good.
It's called
pomegranate juice.
Okay.
I never saw it this big before. I only see the little ones.
Okay,
and this has coconut in it too.
So when you take it, is it creamy or what?
It's very good. You should have some.
Oh, you can drink it?
You can drink it. It's actually 100%. It'll cure whatever ails you.
Okay.
Pomegranate. It's a lot of health.
Is there
making a big fuss about
it? Is it lotion? No, is it something you can drink?
No, it's drink. Pomegranate. It's like a fruit with a lot of seeds in it.
Okay, so
they grind up the seeds and make a juice.
No alcohol content?
No alcohol.
All right, give me a shot. Give me a shot there, Mr. Bartender.
I think you'll like it.
Just make sure there's no alcohol now, because I don't want to be drunk doing this show here.
Sure. In case you don't like it.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you what I think about this. You sure it's not urine?
No.
Okay, it's not urine?
I'll tell you what it is. It's 30% pomegranate, 60% coconut, 10% pineapple.
Okay.
All natural, 100% juice.
The expression on my face is going to tell you how it tastes. In 1 second here. There you go.
I think it'll make you feel good.
I didn't bring any strippers, but I did bring some music videos.
Good.
You did.
Well,
You brought. So you didn't bring these strippers. You brought. Okay. Well, then we'll put that in just a little bit here. It tastes like coconut.
It is coconut.
Oh, it is.
It's coconut.
It's coconut.
Coconut, pomegranate, and pineapple.
I thought it was plum scum.
Palm
scum?
Palm is the company.
Okay.
And Palm is run by Lydia Redsneck.
All right. So anyway,
California.
it is colder than a witch's tick. It's about like it's going to get down to like the teens tonight. Freezing balls, freezing my balls. And you know what? I'm here. Don't feel too good, but anyway, if the phlegm comes out, everybody's going to catch it. So that's good. Everybody's going. The phlegm comes out. Everybody's going to catch it.
But he doesn't have Ebola, so you won't get too sick.
I gotta get what? Mucinex? That's right. Yeah, with that green thing in your stomach, and then when you take a little swallow, he rolls away in a tidal wave. Okay.
I see the commercial for that, and I'll see the commercial with that butterfly that flies while you're asleep. And let me tell you something, that freaks me out every time I see it, because I sure as hell when I'm asleep don't want to see a butterfly, a glowing butterfly flying around the room.
Gotcha.
I'm on an acid trip.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Character turned into a fairy?
No,
No.
It's that butterfly. Why is he over there? He should come on
All right,
over.
come over.
Pal. Come on over.
Well, we got to get him a microphone.
We'll get you, buddy.
Come on,
You get
get a
my
microphone.
microphone.
Why don't you get on that stool like you always get?
I'll get on my stool.
You get on your stool.
Here, sit down.
Be a stool pigeon.
A stool.
That's right.
Sit down, Dad.
All right. Anyway, so I'm the one tonight that's under duress, but I didn't feel like really dressing up because, like I said, I'm under the weather. I wasn't going to give a show. I wasn't going to give a show, but here I am. The show must go on. Show always must go on. That's the way it works out here. Now, we're going to talk tonight about some things we want you to know. We got some news, and Kevin has got some news also to give us, and we're going to talk about our opinions and our thoughts about everything that's going on. So no strippers tonight, huh? No strippers, but you have a movie, you have a little clip.
I do have a music video with a hot stripper on a pole.
Okay. Well, we'll go and we'll probably air that just when we get a chance
It's
to.
a rock song that you like.
A rock song that I like. Yeah. What song is that?
The Love Train.
Love Train by the OJs. Is it? I don't know. That was.
It's by Bo.
Oh, okay, by you. That's her. There you go. I was thinking it was the OJs, but I mean, I'm sorry. But anyway.
OJ's.
No, well, that's a different version. It's his version. His version.
No, this is a song written by
I didn't care for OJ ever since. Ever since he played for the Buffalo Bills.
Okay, I got it. Speaking of which, hey, Buffalo's got 5 feet of snow.
I heard OJ died.
I don't know. He's still kicking.
He's still around.
He's still kicking. He's in a cell in.
His friends died, but he's
in a cell in Las Vegas is where he's at in Clark County, detain or Clark County Prison. But Buffalo got 6 feet or no 5 feet.
5 feet of snow?
Yes. Can you believe that? Can you believe that?
What brought that in?
I don't know. It just came.
Selena got 6 inches today.
Yeah, she did. And was it snow?
Montana.
So here's the biggest question: is it headed in this direction?
Not to my knowledge.
All right.
Not to my knowledge.
I would hate to drive my cab.
Yes, well, because just imagine if that happened here. This town would be shut down for at least a week, about 2-3 weeks. If we had that many inches of snow, it would be shut down for about 2-3 weeks, if not longer.
It would definitely put cab drivers out of business and buses for a while.
Yeah, it would put out everybody.
But my cab grows skis, so I'd only be down for a day.
Okay. So it can fly, it has wings and all that? Okay.
Yeah, it's got skis.
All right, I am, ladies, what's causing all this. We are what's causing this. I know that you are sitting there and you have such a rash. I told you, when you watch me, you have to put some ointment on so you don't break up in a rash. Because, ladies, I give you a rash every single time. Put that ointment down there and you'll be feeling fine. All right, Kevin, what is in the news, man? We got to get you in the news here. Huh?
Is that herpes you're giving them?
No, it's not herpes. It cures herpes, though. It cures every disease you have. Syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia, and it cures all of that stuff.
He wants to be a scientist.
Yeah, well, it cures all of it.
I had to find this chair. They were putting potted flowers on it. So this is the chair.
Well, why don't you potted your butt on it?
Well, what happens is this used to belong. This is a regular stool that we got from a restaurant. It was a regular restaurant. It used to belong when it was in a gay bar. It was actually 6 seated 4.
Okay.
But we're going to just sit in
Just
a
go ahead
typical.
and put your butt in seat A.
All right.
Seat A. Okay.
I feel like I'm driving Miss Daisy here.
There's a nicer looking stool over there. It's got a potted plant on it.
Yeah. So are you driving Miss Daisy or are you riding Miss Daisy? That's the question.
Have you seen Miss Daisy lately?
I know she's been pleased, but I didn't know who she was been pleased by. I was just kind of curious. Woo, baby, what's causing all this? God, I didn't shave tonight. But I don't really care. So, ladies, I know you're going to cry a little bit because I did shave. I'm not looking GQ tonight, but let me tell you something. If I am in my birthday suit, if I'm in my cowboy hat, or if I'm right here, I am satisfying every need that you have. Okay.
A lot of girls like.
See you in your birthday suit.
Well, you don't need to see me, but I'm telling the ladies need to see me. So if I'm in my birthday suit, you'll be.
I feel sorry.
Kevin, we want to hear that it's all good.
Okay.
They play with themselves and in hopes of that. Kevin, please tell me. What's going on?
Well, I can tell you something.
Vibrators later.
Yeah, because they get off on me. They want to see me in my naked. Go ahead.
Now that there's going to be a Republican-run Senate and Congress, they are going to no, but they thought that maybe the Democrats or the White House was going to compromise on certain things like the Keystone Pipeline. Well, they actually put it to a vote this week, and the Keystone, even with Republican majority, Keystone Pipeline was not passed in the Senate, which is a big deal.
Okay.
Well, actually, the Senate's still Democrat. So that's
Now, what is going on with Bill Cosby? You're telling me. I've heard a little bit of this.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
They elected him as governor in California.
That's right. Oh, did they? Okay. Okay. What's going on with Bill Cosby?
What am I doing here?
Yeah.
Bill Cosby has been in the news a long time, as you know. He's been around when I was a kid.
Right.
And
Jello put in,
and he's had a very wholesome image up until now. And all these women are coming out of the Some of these things have been accused for years, and he's always like kind of not commented on them. Hasn't, And actually, they think the time now is that he should appear on a show with Barbara Walters or something and say that none of this is true. But trouble is, if one person said it, you could always there's always one girlfriend or two girlfriends in your past.
If Fat Albert thinks it's true or not true, then that's the precursor. That's the precursor to the answer.
Somebody told me that you were a sheep herder and one of your sheep got lost in a whorehouse.
I was a sheep herder, and one of my sheep got lost in a whorehouse. Okay.
And then when you found the sheep, you found out the sheep was making $20 a pop.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, it's awful if your pet sheep.
If
Mary's lamb makes more money than she does at the Greek whorehouse.
I scolded that sheep for not giving me a percentage. Okay. You must pay me, just like paying the pimp. You got to pay me also. The pimp pay me also.
You got to cut the wool.
No, you got to do whatever you got to cut. So anyway, my take on all this, the statute of limitations is in play. I've been hearing this too, way back when I was in single digits. Way back when I was in single digits about this. So, I mean, statute of limitations is gone. It's expired. So even if he did, it's not, like back in the 80s or...
There's no statute of limitations in the state of Virginia, though.
For rape?
Well, if something that happened over, I don't know.
Are
they saying rape or are they saying infidelity?
Rape. I think it's
Are they saying rape?
It's pretty.
Okay, well, I got to define.
It's a pretty rough. It's from what all the women have. There's about 3 or 4 women have come forward, and this over many years. One of them, Janice Dickerson, the model. They all give pretty much the same story. It's I think he
puts a Mickey in their drink, and then what?
Yeah, and then probably had sex with them while
he puts a Mickey in their drink, and then they wake up and then they want him to have sex, have sex with them.
In other words, they don't even. You see, that's the problem.
Able and willing.
What he did actually is he talked them into believing that they could outdrink him.
Okay.
So they drank so much that they just passed out.
Right.
And they gave him prior permission before they passed out that he could do whatever he wanted to.
I didn't know.
I
didn't know. So they're violated, or I didn't know if they were violated, or if they weren't violated.
Made that up.
Okay, well, I don't know. I know it's time for some Jello pudding, and you kids out there must be having some Jello pudding. And I can't do it, Scott. I can't do his voice, but people, whatever Fat Albert says, follow what Fat Albert does.
Seriously, I think what he was using was a legal substance called rohypnol, also known as roofies.
Roofies?
Which basically, it's like...
That was Fat Albert using that?
Well, basically what happens is when you use this, when you give someone this and have sex with
Bill
them,
Cosby.
they're basically just like, they're almost like limp and dead.
And so they
don't even
care.
wake up, they don't even know what's going on.
They don't care. They'll say, yes, have sex.
No, they don't even know what's going on.
If they take that, they're willing.
They're not willing to take it.
They're willing
They're drunk.
participants,
Like I said, they get so drunk that they offer it before they get drunk. They say, look, man, if you get me drunk, I'll screw you at the end of the show.
I'm saying that they're willing participants, and they're saying, come hither. And so then, therefore, and they have amnesia, and they wake up the next morning like, what?
Oh.
You violated me. Bill, you violated me. Oh,
My boyfriend's going to leave me. My husband's going to leave me. I better tell him it was rape.
Well,
I think.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Have you ever heard of witch hunts? This brings me back in the days when they were attacking Bill Clinton. Have you heard of witch hunts? I think there's a lot more to this that we don't know about. So let's give in a court of law, you're innocent before being proven guilty. So let's give Bill Cosby, the benefit of the doubt. Yes.
All right.
I mean, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. I mean, I think so. In a court of law, you're innocent
that's
before
right.
guilty.
You go.
There's no way that man would have to rape anybody.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
just
You
don't
get all the
believe it.
free
Okay.
women he wants.
There are probably 20,000 19-year-old young women out here that would love to just go rape Bill Cosby.
Okay. I did not know that.
Rape
But
him.
I'm glad you told me. I had no idea. I had no
Big
idea.
belly and.
All right. So now, what else is going on? What else is going on, Mr. Kavanaugh? You have that in the news? Yeah, we have the the news.
Wow.
Let's hear it.
It's not about the weight; it's about the popularity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody wants this pudding.
Where is that magazine? Well, we got to get some news here.
No,
Yeah.
I can get
Let's get some news. I'm going to tell you my comments about it and then tell you my disgust, Is that
Let's see.
it? All right.
Okay.
So while you're looking at the
I'll give you
world.
some good
Give me some
stuff.
good? Give me a doozy?
I'll give you a doozy.
Give me a doozy.
All right.
Hey.
He's got a Playboy magazine over here.
Yeah. Well, knowing him, yes. I mean, that's,
What did you say? It was Playgirl?
I got a lot of good magazines here. Here I got
Okay.
The AARP magazine.
All right.
He's
What's
even
going
got
on
Mad
in the
magazine.
news?
You know
AARP has
What-
Jeff Bridges on it.
Yeah, okay. What's going on in the news?
I get this at my grandfather's house.
Do you really?
the
Yeah.
news. Hey, did you hear about the new movie come out called 22 Jump Street?
I have not heard that.
Yeah, I saw it.
22 Jump Street is absolutely awesome if you guys like Jonah Hill. Freaking hilarious. I mean,
Okay.
there's just no way that you're not going to laugh through the movie.
Right. Okay. Well, that's nice to hear.
Ice Cube is it?
Iced tea?
The other one.
Is
Ice Cube.
Oh, ice cube. So
Yeah, ice
iced tea, and you pour on top of the ice cube, right?
Well, Ice Cube and Jonah Hill.
Okay. I just thought you take the iced tea and you pour it.
Ice
tea
Cube
and
is
you pour it.
actually a cop in this
He's
movie
got-
versus
Okay.
a pot smoker.
Okay.
Jonah Hill's fat again.
You've
Okay.
seen all the Friday movies.
All right.
He
That's good.
lost a lot of weight for the first one, and he didn't bother the second one.
Yes, sir. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to
funnier.
talk some stuff since we can't get the news going on right
I
here.
got some news. Well,
You got some news? Well, I'm going to talk right now and tell you some things. We know about everything. We know the yin and the yang, and why are we here? And we go back in time, and we go back to the great philosopher. We've talked about this before, Nostradamus. And Nostradamus has predicted things in his quatrains, sonnets, and in 4 set sonnets. And you look back at things that have been predicted. And if you were to go back to think that the assassination of JFK, 9/11, and you go back of Adolf Hitler, and you go back in time and you review all of this.
I'm a prophet too, but I'm
You're a
no
prophet.
Nostradamus.
Now, do you have predictions?
I do.
You do. So, are you like
I
Nostradamus?
predict that the Eagles are going to kill the Cowboys.
Yeah. Okay. We walked right into that. Now listen. That's fine because I've got $100 saying not. I got $100 saying not. So anybody who wants to take that bet, it's on the table. It's on the table. You want to take that bet?
No, so-
Okay.
Oh, here's something from the.
I'm here to tell you, anybody out there that wants to take that bet in TV land, Gigi lays $100 on the Cowboys against them Feagles. Them Feagles and Mark Sanchez, he's going to be Sanchez by that defense. You saw what happened with the Packers. He's going to wish he was back in Green Bay after we get finished with him.
Sanchez.
Sanchez. We're going to clip them Eagles, and anity out there in TV land, I got $100. You want to bet me? $100 on the
Sanchez
table.
is gonna make
$100 on the table. Bet me out there in TV land. Hey, I like your money.
Sanchez
Want to have your money?
Romo his bitch.
Sanchez was a bust in New York. He was fumbleitis. He was the king of NITs or INTs. No. Romo has the same stats as Brett Favre. Look at the stats. No stats, all the stats and the glitter, but not a Super Bowl. But that's okay, because this year, I'm not saying, but this year might be the year.
Sorry.
Might be the year. Cardinals and Packers, good teams. Lions and Cardinals and Packers. And then you got us and you all. So we'll see.
I think what's going to happen.
We'll see.
In the Super Bowl, it's going to be the Eagles and Green Bay. And
they can't play because they're in the same conference.
In the Super Bowl, we're gonna win.
They're in the same conference. Packers and Eagles are in the same conference.
Are they?
Yes.
Well, we're going to beat them in the conference.
I say Cowboys and Patriots. Oh yeah.
It's definitely the Eagles and the Lions.
I say the Lions are the same conference, man. I say Cowboys and Patriots is what I say, but we'll see. Now, getting back to my train of thought. So the great philosophers out there, and they're making the predictions. Now, everybody thought that Nostradamus was a fruitcake back in the day, back in the 1500s. He was born in 1503 and died in 1566.
Was this 1503 AD or BC?
It could be AB or AD or
the year of our Lord, it was in the 1500s.
Yes,
correct. After Christ. Okay.
Okay, it was after
time
Christ. It was
of,
after Christ. It was after Christ
flood.
and before Geist.
So Nostradamus was Noah reborn.
I'm saying after Christ, before Geist. Okay, before the Geist baby, Gigi baby. All right,
It's only 2014 years since the birth of Jesus.
1503 to 1566. And he had predicted all this, and he had predicted a lot of good things, and a lot of these things came to fruition. Now, if you get these people to come out and say that they can predict things, here we go with these, great gypsies and these charlatans or these warlocks or these people that do Wicca. And you think about all these people that they do all this, and maybe some might be accurate, maybe some might not be. We have our discussion about that. But if you were to predict and go back in time and were able to live throughout that time, live about maybe 200 years, and be able to foresee these things take place, you might be a god. You might be a god. Who knows? But Nostradamus was he was chastised and looked at as a fruitcake, but he called it.
Maybe he's a demigod.
Could have been, but he called it.
You want to know something?
So there you go. And
magic was very popular up until probably the 20th century, when people started to wise up and know that their tricks. Whenever a magician came along and a lot of people thought they had superpowers. Now we know pretty much every time we see a magician.
Dispute the call. Go back into. I wish I had it right now. Go back. I pulled the phone out right here. Go into the Power Source and Business News.
Calls by America.
Go back and check it out. It's right there for you to look at, and you look at the periods. He predicted the assassination of JFK. He predicted 9/11. He predicted about Hitler. Okay? He predicted about the French Revolution. The French Revolution, if you want to go back that far. He predicted a lot of this stuff.
Do you believe everything you read?
I don't believe I'm not that naive, but go back into the actual instrument and tool and documentation. Look at the documentation and you'll see what I'm talking about.
You know, some people have the ability to write books and to backdate things to make them look like they're Nostradamus' followers.
Well, I'm just telling you. So
you talking about Michael J. Fox and
Is that who it was?
Ted? Go back and forth in time and rechange it.
So you get to think about it. You get to analyze it, and there you go. And then we go right back into the Bible itself. The Bible itself, we know, is interpretations, but then
Have you ever been in a time warp?
I never have.
You never have?
Never have.
So you've never been, let's say,
well,
you know that 10 minutes ago it was 3 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And you're looking at your watch and you're like, I know just 10 minutes ago it was 3 p.m. How is it 5:10?
Well, there you go. But you see, that's a bad acid trip. But I will tell you this, though. Being in a certain... That's a bad acid trip.
No, that's because somebody just jumped back or forth in time.
Okay.
And it forwarded or backlapsed the time
Well,
frame.
so I guess you get what I'm trying to say then is yeah, I do believe in being somewhere and knowing that you've been there before, but not knowing how. You've been there before, but you don't know exactly how you were there, how you've been there. It's kind of the same degree what you're talking about with time, space.
Well, I've been everywhere.
You've been everywhere?
Yeah.
Have you been to Uranus?
Now I'm not talking about
Well, I mean,
off
thought you said
I've
you've been everywhere. So you've been to Plutar,
what about
Uranus?
Romulus?
I've never been. I'm not a spaceman.
No, a spaceman. Okay, well, so you're not just a country doctor. Is all you.
No.
Damn it,
Been
Jim!
all-
I'm just a country doctor.
I've just.
Damn it, Jim.
Damn it.
Back to
I've been-
Spock, if you only knew what I knew from Rescue 911, you would see it in my hands. Now, Rescue 911, that we need to kill the Klingons. Kill the Klingons.
The Klingons.
The Klingons on your
We need
ass.
to wipe them off the face of the planet.
That's right. So anyway, so this is something to think about. And then you talk about the Bible itself and interpretation. We talk about the new version of the Bible, the secret. Remember talking about the secret itself. And and codes in there of interpretations in the book, and then the Bible code. You look up there and you look at the Bible code. We talked about this before. Kevin,
Yes.
give me some news now. We'll talk about some news. What's going on in the world that we know?
Okay. Just when I put my sunglasses away, I need them again. I'm not as young as I used to be.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Are you still taking your roughage? Your roughage?
Cereal? Yes,
I wear my
sunglasses
Yes.
night.
And you have your cereal too, right?
That's the best things in
Post
my
Toasties
book
or Rice Krispies?
guide.
Post Toasties or Rice Krispies? I mean, what do you do? Or cereal? You don't do cereal?
Only if there's a good prize inside.
Okay, well, you
I used to
remember you
love
gotta
the
squeeze
three-
the
I used to love 3D baseball
Remember, you got to
cards.
squeeze the nipple in that cereal.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
okay.
Okay. Squeeze that nipple in that cereal.
Coco Chanel says, the best thing in life are free, the second best are very, very expensive.
Okay.
And they actually believe that.
Yes.
Okay. What's going on in the world as we know?
In the,
In the
okay.
National Enquirer.
53. Oh, you want to know what's going on in the National Enquirer? It actually quotes the National Enquirer right
Okay.
here.
All right.
It says that Tom Cruise is his wife is uprooting their daughter to move to California so she could be close to Jamie Foxx, who's her new boyfriend,
Ah.
Wow.
Okay.
the comedian.
Yes, Miss Holmes. What's her first name? I can't
That's,
remember.
that's in the National Enquirer.
Yeah.
Yes.
So okay. So make you think about it. So obviously, they've already broken up, and now she wants to claim her new love, and her new love is being Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx being her new love. I mean, who would have thought it?
Love
There you
him
go.
from. I love him from In Living Color.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, Kanye West threw a tantrum at a recent Sydney concert when
Okay.
two of his fans didn't respond to his demand that the crowd stand up.
Okay.
And
Please stand up.
and two of the
Please
guys,
stand
the
up.
two people that didn't stand up,
Stand up. Please stand up.
Yeah.
the people that didn't stand up were paralyzed in a wheelchair.
Don't care.
And one guy took out his prosthetic leg and held up. He said, I can't
Okay,
get
well
up.
then you shake your leg up in the air and stand up and say salute.
Yeah.
If I'm in a crowd, I'm entertaining the crowd, you all need to stand up. Pop up your TC's leg, pop up your whatever kind of leg you got, cross your legs in the air if you can't get up. So
Or
I
jump on the
know,
guy next to you's back.
so they know you can't get up. Then that's pretty much the
Carry
deal.
along.
Pretty much the deal that you're standing up.
Also, Taylor Swift is feuding with Katy Perry.
Oh my God.
Because Taylor Swift wrote a song about a boyfriend who's now Katy Perry's boyfriend, John Mayer.
Let me tell you something. Katy
Is that why she wrote
Katy
that new song?
Perry.
Shake it. Shake it. Shake
Yeah,
it down,
I know,
shake it down.
but Katy Perry
down,
doesn't.
shake it down.
I'll take Katy Perry in a second. I mean, I want to hear her roar. Katy Perry can put her bosoms right here. I put my head to her bosoms, and I want to hear
You're
her.
never going to get anywhere with Katie.
I want to hear her roar.
Actually, yeah, I
She
think.
prefers women.
Now she wrong?
That's what I heard.
Well, I can change her.
Well, she was
I
married
can
to
change her.
Russell Brand.
I think I'd rather have a Taylor Swift myself.
I can change her.
I like
can be
Taylor
Swift.
Swift.
Okay, because
I like
her
once
both.
once she sees the mountain, once she rides Space Mountain, she won't want to ride anything else ever again.
Yes. This actually, yes. So,
If she won't ride Space Mountain, she will not ride anything else ever again.
do you know I actually had a?
I'm a porn star.
Actually, a lot of people.
Sorry.
I'm going to admit this on the
channel.
show. Here's an exclusive. I actually, and I say this to the camera, I actually had an affair with Taylor Swift.
You did?
And she was so devastated by our affair, she wouldn't write a song about me. It was
She did it?
terrible.
Oh my God.
She'd never been with anybody with such a small penis.
And the rumor has it,
Gee.
it just didn't measure up.
Until Bo showed up, and Bo had a hard time getting it out of the top of a big pit.
That's it.
He waited for the hard out to get like this look right out.
Except no substitute, because when Space Mountain comes to town, you want to ride Space Mountain and Space Mountain only. Nothing else will compare.
Also, Sarah Palin was in a.
Oh my God, Sarah Palin.
Sarah was in a drunken brawl. Her family was in a drunken brawl.
Wow.
And they got. I think what happened was.
Did they shoot each other?
No, there was another family that had an affair.
Okay.
And there was
Bristol?
an ex-boyfriend. Anyway, everyone started punching except for Sarah Palin, and she yelled, "Don't you know who I am?" But she later denied it. Track, one of her kids, had 4 broken ribs. Todd, her husband, had a bloody nose. And it was a nice mellow party until the Palins arrived in a stretch Hummer. Then it turned into this Jerry Springer show.
Yeah, and what about
Wow.
Bristol joined in the brawl, punching a man several times.
Oh my God.
Now, I have to say
That's
something
the man
about
that broke
Sarah.
your brother's ribs.
About Sarah Palin. She said, "Don't you know who I am?"
hockey mom.
I have a feeling she was probably telling their family, "Don't you know who I am? I ran for vice president. Please do not embarrass me."
I'm a hockey mom from Alaska. From
See
Alaska.
Russia from here.
I can see Putin from my window. I can see Putin putting it on from my window. Okay. Let me tell you something. In 2008, we were about ready to have a scare. And if John McCain, I tell you what, John McCain had his credentials, but let me tell you something. If John McCain became president, and if John McCain was president, and if something was to happen to him, we would have had that monstrosity as president. And that's not the woman we want for president. I'll tell you that right now.
You know, I bet she's great in bed, though.
She might be able to go down with a mean one, but she's probably had a lot of experience. It's probably like the golden arches of McDonald's, over 1 billion served.
Well, you
We
know,
that.
sometimes that's what you got to do to get your wisdom.
Okay. Get your
Props to
wisdom.
you. Props to you, ladies. We're
Okay.
going down on it.
All right.
Props to you.
Over 1 billion served like McDonald's. Okay.
Hey.
All right, Mr. Lazar, what else we got going on?
This was a scientist asked volunteers to rate sweat samples from 21 people whose political beliefs were either liberal or conservative, and discovered that people prefer the body odor of those with a similar ideology, meaning that conservatives like the smell of other conservatives.
Okay.
I mean, the scientists prove this.
Kind of like
Liberals-
animals. The animals like the smell of their own. If they smell something else, then they're going to go off. They want to smell their own. Pretty much.
I just wouldn't be able to be a crocodile and love the smell of a raccoon.
It's for the smell. It's just that's what they want.
Oh, that's for screwing. That's for eating.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go to town. And of course, don't mess with a croc, obviously. I tell you, don't mess with a grizzly bear. That's my money would be on the grizzly bear. Okay.
A Utah elementary school teacher was injured when the handgun she legally carries at school accidentally went off in a bathroom, shattering a toilet and injuring her leg.
Okay. Now, okay. Imagine this. Going into an office park bathroom, and sitting there taking a crap. You're sitting there taking a crap. You got your roll of toilet paper up there.
You say she was a teacher?
This teacher, yeah. Utah. In Utah.
Wow.
Yeah, even better. So she's in, she's doing it. She's letting it drop in the toilet, and all of a sudden, just bang, bang, she hears this, and she probably fell in the damn toilet, not knowing whether she got shot or what was going on.
Well, she was just curious what shooting the toilet would do, so
Right.
she shot it and it injured her leg.
Okay. So she got jiggy with it, pretty much. She got jiggy with it.
What it really was is she was trying to hide her drugs in the back of the toilet.
That's right.
And she found the gun in the back of the toilet. What is it? Who's put this? Oh crap!
Yeah, and that's when she went down the toilet, to nevermore, and she didn't, tell you what, she took her troubles to the bathroom. And she broke bread in the bathroom as she was doing it on the other end.
Oh, man.
I'll tell you what. All right. Hey, baby, this is Gorgeous George. 20 years of blessing you on TV. 20 years of greatness. Gorgeous George. And guess what? We're going to be doing some things coming up next week. We have some things coming up. And
Not next week.
Yes. That's right. You're right. Next week was Thanksgiving.
I'm going to be eating Thanksgiving turkey.
You're going to be Thanksgiving turkey?
Who is Maggie Gyllenhaal?
Who's who?
Who's Maggie Gyllenhaal?
She's a popular actress.
Okay.
She's Jake Gyllenhaal's sister. Sister, yeah.
Getting back to what I was saying, though. So what we're going to be doing, we got things coming up. We have a musical group coming up on week 5. And week 6, we got a Christmas Carol coming up on week 6. What if?
Are you going to change it this year?
Huh?
Are you going to change it this year?
We're-
Are you going to rewrite it?
We're going to do it. We're going to do it. And, I'm going to be visited by 3 ghosts, wondering if it never did the Gorgeous George show, what life would be. It would be great, but the Christmas Carol comes up week 6. on our finality show coming up here. So we got week 4 right here. So we got a lot coming up. Week 5, we have a band coming here. Week 5. We're going to be off next week.
There's a band?
There's a band coming here week 5, yes.
Wow.
That's right. And next week, we're going to be off. I might be in Dallas. Watching my Cowboys kick some butt. You know what I mean? Yes, that's right. Anybody out there, I'll say it again. Put some money up. Anybody out there wants to put some money up, put it up. All right. So like I said, you know what?
Actually,
birthday cake. Well, I mean, we're going to have like a cake, 20-year cake in here. We're going to go to town. We're going to be very festive. Because 20 years is saying a lot. Saying a whole hell of a lot. 20 years.
I got some bad news about the Cowboys, George. If you're betting on them, they're doing so well this year that you may not make the point spread. I mean, they might be predicted to win 2.
Have you ever heard of teasers?
I don't know.
I can tease that damn thing to being even money. A lot of things you can do.
You don't want even money. You want the Cowboys to win by 2.
Know when to hold them. Know when to fold them. Know when to walk away. Know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time for counting when the dealing's done.
That's
all right.
Very good.
Thank you very much.
You're like the good-looking Kenny Rogers.
That's right. And she believes in me. I never know what she would see in me.
Oh yeah.
I told her someday if she was my girl, I could change the world with my little songs, and I was wrong. But she has faith in me. Okay, real stuff. Anyway.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, huh?
Yeah,
all right, so what else do we have this year in news? What else?
Here's some news about Hillary Clinton.
Okay.
She's giving her strongest indication that she's running for president. She returned to Iowa. First time she traveled since experiencing a crippling defeat there in 2008. She says, I'm back.
That's right.
And she's been thinking about it. She came in third in 2008 to Obama and John Edwards.
Right.
But
now, hey, what is going on? Now, listen, John Edwards.
Bernie Sanders might run against her in 2016.
John Edwards. Is John Edwards running in 16?
No. Bernie Sanders.
I was going to say.
Who's a independent socialist.
Imagine John Edwards running. You think his career is over? What do you think?
No, his career is over. I mean,
his career's over in 16?
He's at the unemployment line with Bill Cosby right now.
Is he? Hey, leave Bill Cosby alone. Leave Bill Cosby alone. You're innocent before being proven guilty.
Yeah.
Innocent before proven guilty. let's let it happen in the courtroom.
I'm not sure. I'm not a lawyer.
I think it's just some greedy women that have gotten together, put their stories together so that they all match, and they know Bill Cosby still has millions of dollars left to play with, and they're trying to get some of it before he dies.
Okay.
Well, you know that I'm not sure about the statute of limitations for rape. I know there's none for murder. There might be none for rape either, but it's a capital crime. It's like the second worst crime you could commit. But the longer it takes for a case to be made, once it's very hard to convict someone of it. It's best to convict someone like within the year or two it happened, not 30 years later or something.
30 years later, know that's a made-up story.
Well, let me tell you something. Even if it was true, let me tell you something. The statute of limitations. I mean, even if it was true, the statute of limitations is there. Crime, fingering the dike, or whatever you want to call it, gets done. I think probably maybe the only thing, maybe murder. Now, maybe murder. Would have some would be.
There's no statute of limitations.
There's no statutes for murder.
And treason.
It should be against the law for dykes to fist their young females and widen their vaginas. It should be against the law.
Okay.
Because you're making their vaginas so ugly.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Yeah. So you can't finger their vagina.
No, I'm talking about fisting the vagina.
Fisting the vagina. You're fisting the vagina.
If
you do that, then
that big around.
Listen, let me tell you something. If you do that, you stay away from that vagina. Yeah. If that vagina can take two fists, then you stay the hell away from that vagina.
That's what they do to make the vagina unattractive.
Yeah, you stay the hell away from that vagina.
Males and other females.
You stay the hell away from that vagina. It's got some toppings. It's got some diseases in that thing.
Now,
some diseases in that damn
thing.
Now,
Senator Aiken, do you have anything else to tell us about women's bodies?
Let me tell you something. To all the girls I've loved before, to all the girls that I've come through and out of their door, I'm glad they came along. I dedicate this song To all the girls I fingered before, fingered with two. Woo!
Let me tell you something.
Listen.
Third base is no fun.
Okay.
Third base is a triple in baseball. No, a triple in baseball is.
Let me tell you something about
come
a
up
triple.
short.
Let me tell you about a triple. You can bat that ball and get me home.
Well, that's what I mean. A home run is good.
It's a home run. I mean, it's not a home run. It's a run. Doesn't matter if a triple or a double. It's 2 scoops, but you get me in. I get right in there.
I look at it this way: if you're looking for a partner, and you know what you like about this, that, and the other,
You blow them up.
no. Okay. Anyway, I mean that's a possibility.
Blow them up. Yes.
But it's like you know you have to relay the information to your partner. It's like if you don't like doing this, and this, and this, that's what I'm all about. I love the oral. I love this. I love. If you can't do that and you don't like doing that, then I'm sorry, we cannot continue this relationship. It definitely was a one-night stand.
All right. So you believe in oral. You believe that a woman needs to be oral, orally speaking.
She needs to definitely go down on the bow.
Okay, so she needs to go down to the microphone.
That's what it
Go
is.
down to the microphone and enunciate.
Well, she definitely,
And pronunciate.
She's definitely got to put some rhythm down there. That's
Okay,
for sure.
I got you. Now,
How about if she's
what if she
cross-eyed?
told you you got to do the same? Now, would you do the same?
Absolutely.
You do the same.
I'm all about it. I'm great with eating the
Okay.
pie.
Eating a bowl of salad.
The pie.
Have you ever eaten a bowl of salad? Yes, I think I have.
I'm not really into eating the salad, but eating the pie, I'm awesome.
Okay, what kind of pie?
Well, whether it's
What kind of pie?
whether it's the cherry pie or the blackberry pie,
Or mincemeat, or
the Indian pie,
or pumpkin?
maybe even the Hispanic pie.
What about the pumpkin?
I don't know about pumpkin.
The pumpkin?
It's not
Okay.
pumpkin.
It's dingle. Or the dingle. The dingle, they got worried about that shit now. What about the dingle?
It can even be a special pie from Japan.
Okay. Yamasai, Godzilla, he's going to eat us. We must run.
The hair pie.
Godzilla, ooh, Godzilla.
Not quite about fur balls.
Okay.
If you don't know how to shave it,
Now, listen.
can watch
Okay.
lessons
Now,
on
hold on a second. This brings up another topic now. So, listen, if it's trim, as long as it's not bushy and hairy, if it got a little down there, that's fine. A little hair.
just
fine.
a little.
It's a little hair.
But I'm not trying to choke on it.
You don't want to choke.
I'm literally. I don't want
A
it
little
caught-
hair.
I don't want it caught up in my throat.
A little hair is okay, but for the most part, if it's shaved down there, that's fine. We can work it that way. But I mean, let a little hair. Now, if it's a bushy bush, then yeah, it could have been anything that's been in there.
I have eaten some pie
gerbil,
before,
porcupine and
and
gerbil.
had been choking out little hairs for hours later.
Yeah.
So
Porcupine?
You got to take care of that trim.
Porcupine, a gerbil, anything could have been infestated in there. And like an infestation, that's not good, So you got to be very careful. I'd do an earwax test. You get the earwax and put it down there, and if she squirms with the wax, run away.
I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, the wax. You put it down, and it's ooh, and she starts jumping up and down, then you run away.
I feel like I'm on the worst episode of the dating game of all time.
Information you should have and should learn. So, Kaye Lazar, what else is going on?
Okay, let's see.
What else is going on in the world of make-believe?
Let's see. Whoa.
Yeah?
So much is going on. California has a drought.
Oh, my God.
Really?
It never rains in California.
5
But
foot
girl,
buffalo
don't
in
they
drought
warn
California.
you? Man, it pours. Oh, it pours.
And we're frustrated.
Never rains in Southern Cali.
And we're frustrated that Turkey refuses to help the United States battle ISIS.
Okay.
Yes.
We haven't talked about ISIS. Let's get right into it now.
Okay.
Okay, let's get
Turkey
into.
is too busy making their cigarettes to go against some.
Okay. Now we've lost. How many journalmen have we lost already, or been beheaded?
I know there's been quite a few.
There's
I
been
mean,
a few journalmen that have been beheaded.
There's been about
It's been 3.
three
Yeah.
I know of, but
Okay.
they put up their videos on YouTube. It's very a serious situation.
You know what?
And the villains and what's weird is the countries that are that we are normally against, like Syria and Iran, want ISIS out. So we're kind of on their side. We're kind of joining forces with them. Not in a big way yet.
Who is the leader of Syria? I'm losing.
Bashir Assad.
Who?
He is the son of Hafez Assad. He's been there for a few years already.
What's his name again? Bashir
Assad.
Bashir Assad.
I mean, he's the
leader of
he's
Syria.
like the king of Assad.
And what is his? I'm not really following this, but what is his?
Well, he's
what's his
he is
deal?
a dictator. He's the
Okay.
despot of the place.
Okay.
He's a bad guy.
Okay.
He lived in England for many years. He's an
I thought
ophthalmologist.
Syria was an ally.
No,
I thought Syria,
No,
one
Syria
time
is
was
definitely not an ally.
I thought at one time they were an ally.
They actually supported us briefly when
Okay.
when
They're
Iraq invaded Kuwait.
And we're doing air attacks. We're doing air
1990s.
attacks. You know what we need to do? We need to give them one good bomb.
Well, that's
We need to give them one good bomb like Hiroshima.
well. They have
Give them a bomb like Hiroshima and go bye bye.
they're supported
go
by
bye-bye.
Iran, and they're trying to build an atomic bomb themselves.
I don't
Okay.
agree with that.
Okay. Now we've talked about the nukes, and you and I had a little discussion about this on the phone. I'm saying North Korea, maybe China, and us, but I'm not seeing any of these other countries with these weapons of mass destruction. Correct me if I'm wrong. North Korea, China, and us. Now, where are the other bombs and nukes?
Iraq and Iran.
I don't see. There's none in Iraq.
None in Iraq.
Well, but
And Iran, I doubt.
Iran, they're trying to build one. There's about 12
got some in
countries.
Russia.
There's about
Got
12
some in
countries
Britain.
with them.
Got
Yeah.
some in Cuba.
None in Cuba.
We
We kicked the Russians out when they tried
I
to
don't
move
think
to
there's
Cuba
any
in
in Russia. Correct me
1963.
if I'm wrong. I don't think there's any in Russia.
There's plenty in Russia.
Plenty in Russia.
There's second after America.
I don't.
Well, don't believe me.
That's
but
why we
it's
had
true.
the Cold War with Russia.
We had a Cold War, but
That's
I mean,
why the Cold War means we didn't want it. Neither country wanted to unleash its atomic weaponry on each other because
Well,
that would have been the end of the world.
We're talking about in the complex of the Middle East itself. There's not really a lot of weapons of mass destruction
No,
or atomic bombs in the Syria or in the Middle
unofficially,
Eastern countries.
Unofficially, Israel has quite a
Japan
few.
has.
Well, yeah, well, China and North Korea, Japan, perhaps, maybe
No,
Japan.
Japan hasn't any.
Because Japan would probably get back at us, but
No,
you know.
Japan is.
Well, China.
We purposely do not allow Japan. They're allies of ours. We tend not to let have. India has them.
North
Pakistan
Korea.
has them.
Okay.
That's actually the most
yeah.
explosive area. Actually,
Pakistan, I
India and
I don't-
Pakistan could very well use them against each
Okay.
other because they. Of all the
I don't
people
believe
that
I
have
don't
bombs,
believe
they're
Pakistan.
probably
I
the
think
most hated of each
the
other.
country that we need to worry about.
Israel
I've said
has
this before
it
is
now. I
North
believe
Korea.
that. I believe
North
Israel
Korea.
would have them.
North Korea is what we need to worry about.
North Korea is a serious guy. North Korea seems like the most
we're
depressing place
doing
in the
good to
world.
the fact that they can't get their rockets to go any further than 100 miles.
Okay.
Well, they could send it to
Not
one
gonna-
of our allies,
Right. I don't know.
like South Korea. And if they
right.
if they shoot it at South Korea, that would be a grounds for us to use our atomic weaponry against them.
That's right.
So
All right. So what else
So
do we
no
have
one
it
wants
going
to-
on in the bag of tricks?
We
All
have
right.
mega tricks.
What else is going on in the land of make believe?
Well,
He's giving us the news. We have to comment
Yeah.
on the
Do
news.
you want a good joke?
yeah, here
good
Joe.
joke?
Well, I'm
Waiting for
looking.
the news?
What
Yeah.
about the news?
All right. Here's a really good joke right here.
Okay.
If a dog is a man's best friend and a diamond is a woman's best friend, what do you get when you mix the two together?
You got me on that one. What you got?
One rich-ass dog.
One Russian, okay. Okay.
In a poll
What's
by
going on?
the Pew Research Center,
Poll by the pubic?
Pew.
Pubic.
Pew.
Oh,
I don't know why it's
Pew.
called Pew.
Cube.
It's 53% of Americans approve Obama's military strategy for combating ISIS.
Okay.
That includes 64% of Republicans and 60% of Democrats.
Okay.
So, in other words,
We're doing the right thing then for the.
we're doing. America supports the American stance that
minutes.
Obama is.
4
has.
minutes. We just still got the finger here. We got the finger of 4.
We do not want to get involved in Iraq and Syria. Most people are worried.
Okay.
And 41% of Americans worry that the U.S. will not go far enough to eliminate the ISIS threat. There will always be, unfortunately,
Let me tell you
heard this,
something.
there'll always be a group like ISIS. It may not be called ISIS, but there'll
Al
always be a
Qaeda,
hard-
ISIS,
a hard
Prince's
cut-
ISIS, Al Qaeda, Prince's Al Qaeda, whatever you want to call it. At the bottom line of it is, we need to be concerned with the problems that we have in the United States. We are the best, still the most freest country, the biggest democracy, but we need to worry about our own problems and the problems we have here in the United States. We can't police these countries, but I'll tell you one thing. Let a bomb out on Syria. Let one good explosive bomb in Syria, and that should probably take care of the problem. Because I don't think these other countries are going to have the balls or the gonads to do anything with us. And to get right down to it, you know what? Let me tell you something. Obama, I think Obama's doing good, but I would let that bomb out. I would let that one good bomb out and blow them to hell.
Well, Syria.
Please help your starving children out this year for Christmas. There are a lot of people that are announcing things on the radio stations, et cetera,
yes,
to help our children for Christmas. So please
That's
donate.
Right. Help for Thanksgiving. The food bank or the Feed More right there off of whatchamacallit behind
and Burlington Coat Factory also.
Yes, and Feed More support. Yeah, that's good. Support people that are homeless people. Let's make sure these homeless people get fed this year and get looked at and give them a nice dose of some turkey and some roast beef or ham. Let's fill up their tummies this year.
I'll send them to your house.
I know. I'll send them to your house here. All right.
Well, I live in a dumpster behind the McDonald's.
Well, then you can feed them out. You can get that dumpster, get the food out of the dumpster, and feed them up. And then I'm getting 2 fingers now here.
Also,
as long as you're
2 fingers.
really good.
2 fingers coming out right now. All right, hey guys, listen here. Anything else we need to talk about to pronounce or to announce? Anything else we need to say to the populace out there?
Oh, well, we do. One thing about Syria, we did. Israel bombed their nuclear power plant, and we thought, and they didn't want to even admit they had it, and they didn't say a word. So
right.
Maybe a bomb in the right, maybe not to kill people, but in the right area might usually put a thrill.
A nuclear power plant, then we probably sold it. It's just a power plant. It's not a nuclear bomb. But, It's
all right, week 4 in the books.
It's to create power.
Week 4 is in the books. We got week 5 and week 6. Taking a break next week. We have a bye week next week. And we'll be right back week 5 and week 6. 1 Mona Lisa. 1 Leaning Tower of Pisa. And don't you know there's only 1 Gorgeous George. Believe it or not. Same bat time. Same bat channel.
Whoa!
We're talking to you right now.
Gorgeous George.
We'll see ya. If you can't beat us, baby, join us. Because we are 20 years of comedy at its best here at Community Access. Woo!
Amen. Amen.
Let's get down.
Amen.
Hallelujah. When we break bread together, we do it on our knees. When we break bread together, we get down on our knees. On our knees. And we look up in the sky and we wave and say, Hallelujah, Hallelujah.